Hello everyone, once again, it's me, Shannon Johnson, bold soldier for Christ, watchman on the wall for the Lord. I am 1/3 of Ezekiel 33:9. Last night, while asleep, I heard the words, "Trump is my judgment on this land." And I didn't pay it no mind. So as I was tossing and turning, I heard the words again. Trump is my judgment on this land. And these words were spoken to me 6 times. And I said, Lord, I need more confirmation. If I'm hearing from you or if I'm hearing from myself. So I dozed back off and I heard the words, Samuel chapter 8. Samuel chapter 8. And it goes on to read, "But the thing displeased Samuel when they said, 'Give us a king to judge us.' So Samuel prayed to the Lord. And the Lord said to Samuel, 'Heed the voice of the people in all that they are saying to you, for they have not rejected you, but they have rejected me, that I should not reign over them.'" And the Lord was letting me know this morning that land is America. Donald Trump is indeed God's instrument judgment on America. We are seeing things take place like we've never seen before. And this is displeasing to God. And you know, I hear people say all the time, we had the choice to either choose Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump. So we chose the lesser of the two evils. Well, I disagree. We do have a choice. We do not have to vote at all, because the scriptures clearly told us that God has given them a king. Evil is evil in God's eyes. So it would not have mattered who would have been put into office. God's judgment is still God's judgment. And we are seeing the spirit of perverse and wickedness increase in America. We are seeing women being targeted more by the spirit of perversion. Men are attacking these women, and pretty soon these things will be legal in America. And the Lord showed me a dream about Donald Trump. He was at this interview, and the person asked him, "How does it feel to be president?" And Donald Trump looked at the reporter and said, "My time is almost up. I won't be president that much longer." And then he smiled, as if he knew what was getting ready to happen. That's why the Lord said, King Saul is a temporary king. Donald Trump is a distraction. He is a pawn. He is being used to bring in the Antichrist. That's why we are seeing all of this chaos take place. And it's being allowed by God. Those are the words that the Lord spoke to me, that Trump is the judgment on this land. Many people might argue, and many people might disagree. As a watchman, our job is not to convince anybody, but to warn you of what's getting ready to come. More and more things are going to happen in America. Just yesterday, 2 people were killed. We are here to see these things. We are here seeing these things take place. God is using Donald Trump to humble America. America is about to fall to her knees. And it is my will, and I'm praying for Donald Trump. I'm praying that the Lord will use him to bring America down to her knees so that she may humble herself. Because we're going to see this thing escalate out of control. And there won't be anything that anyone will be able to do about it. Prophets for Trump, where are you? Did you prophesy that he was going to be the one to bring America down? Where are you now? I'm not here to bash anybody, but we got to call it how the Lord gives us. And there's no such thing as, well, Trump is here to give us more time. God's time is God's time and not man's time. Everything is going according to prophetic schedule. Nothing has been shortened. Nothing has been delayed. God put Trump here for one reason, and that is to test up people's hearts. And the people's hearts are being shown in this final hour. So whether it would have been Hillary, Sanders, it would not have mattered. God's judgment is God's judgment, and he will use whomever he will to accomplish his will and his purpose. America, your days are numbered. He's tired of the abortions. He's tired of the rejecting of his son, Jesus Christ. He's tired of the homosexuality. He's tired of the lukewarm church. He's tired of the senseless violence and murders in America. He's tired of the hate for one another. It has to come to an end. It has to come to an end. And Donald Trump just so happens to be that fall guy. And he knows it. He's not anointed by God. He's not God's anointed. He is God's judgment on America. Take a look around. Look at America. Look at the conditions that she's in. Hurricanes, earthquakes. What else? The shooting in Vegas, the wildfires in California, where 40 plus people died. Puerto Rico. You think this is all coincidence? They're trying to divide the land of Israel. Jared Kushner and Donald Trump and them. And once again, Obama's behind the scenes watching all of this take place. That's why judgment is here. The wickedness, the abominations, and what they're trying to do to Israel. I hate to say it, folks, but Donald Trump is not your savior. Obama is not your savior. Hillary Clinton is not your savior. These politicians aren't your savior. More and more things are going to start to unravel. Look at Weinstein. I believe that's his name in the Hollywood scandal. All of these women are starting to come out now. Ever since Donald Trump made that statement, I'm just paraphrasing, I like to grab women. I like to grab the women by their crotches or their private parts. Ever since he made that statement, it just seemed like the floodgates of perversion have been opened. And the Lord also showed me in a dream what Donald Trump's administration were going after the women on their jobs, were firing them. And these women began to cry. But this is what America gets. You wanted a king. You didn't want God to rule over you. That's right, Hurricane Harvey. You wanted a king to rule over you. You didn't want God to rule over you. So he gave you a king. That's not after God's heart. We all know the story of Saul when it was all said and done. God removed him. Trump is your temporary king. And before he leaves, America will see the demise like never before. May the Lord help us in this final hour. May the Lord open the eyes of those that want their eyes to be opened in this final hour. It wasn't a game then, and it's not a game now. They are playing the people. But this is what you wanted. Give us a king, they say. We're not ready for the Lord's return. Give us more time, they say. Give us a king to rule over us. We want a king. We don't want God. We don't want a son, Jesus. Give us a king that's going to make America great again. Listen to what the people are saying. It's not you they're rejecting. It's me they're rejecting as their king. So guess what? God is getting ready to move his hand of protection from the earth. And he's going to give the people their heart's desire. Once again, Trump is God's judgment on the land. Wake up, sleeping church. Wake up, evangelicals, evangelists, preachers, those that are blinded as to what's going on. Open up your eyes. Remove the scales. It's just getting started. I love you guys. Stay rapture ready. Stay loving one another. Stay forgiving. Stay repenting. And whatever the Lord has called you to do, it might not be to warn. Be obedient to their calling. We're not here to please you. We're not here for popularity. We're not looking for views. Because if that's the case, I would give you the itchy ear gospel. Shalom.